Hi, I'm Kristen Z, and welcome to this week's edition of Move of the Week. Today I'm going to show you an exercise that has a three-part focus. One, it's going to tone your hamstrings, it's going to strengthen and lift your glutes, and it's also going to strengthen your heart with a bonus cardio burst that we're going to do at the end, which is perfect for this week so that you can treat yourself that little bit extra. So, we're going to use a red tube here. If you are at home doing this with me and you don't have a red tube, then you can work without it and still achieve pretty much the same benefits. And I'll give an option for that later. But if you do have your tube, you're going to step into it with your left foot, wrap it around your ankle, and then take the other side around the sole of your right foot, which you're then going to bend into a letter L, an L shape. Take your hands onto either a bar or a sturdy surface, and then hinge or bend at your hips until you feel some resistance right away going into your hamstring. That's the long, curved muscle that goes up the back of the leg from the knee to the base of the glute. You're going to lock your abs in, really pull them upward to support your low back, and then to create a little extra resistance that you're going to feel every time you lift your leg. So use your left hand to check continuously that those abs are engaged. Okay, relax your shoulders. Begin to press back on that tube, okay? Pushing back like you're making a stamp if there were a wall directly behind you. You can keep your foot relaxed or slightly flexed through that heel. If you're doing this at home without a tube, simply imagine that the resistance is there. And with each press, imagine you're moving through molasses. Your glutes don't know whether you have a tube or not. They'll respond to whatever you're thinking about. And then you're going to switch up your tempo, taking it back for 2 and in for 2. Back for 2, in for 2. Even though I've only been here for a few seconds, I'm already feeling like it's literally been minutes. The tube creates such an incredible amount of resistance that you get a lot of bang for your buck in this exercise, and that's what we love about bar. Now into a triplet, so we're going to go back in 3 beats. So if you take your right hand to your glute, you should feel 3 separate tightenings or contractions on that muscle. Really think about clenching that insertion point where your hamstring seems to meet your glute and where your glute meets your hamstring. That's the area we're not just trying to tone, but actually lift up. Now we're going to stop our pulses and then move into a series of extensions and bends. So stretch your leg out to that arabesque, that's the straight leg, and then pull it back into L shape, keeping resistance on the tube the whole time. So you want your knee to stay at the same exact place and just bend and extend from there. Imagine you're moving through molasses. Good. And each time you bend, you should feel as if someone's taking a chisel to your hamstring and reshaping it into exactly what you want it to be. Now on the last one, we're going to hold the leg straight. Make sure to reset your abs, pulling them in and up to support your low back, and start to pulse in a double time tempo. So nice and quick and crisp. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Your glutes getting tighter and stronger with every single repetition. We're going to finish with 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. But that's not it. Okay, so we got a bonus move here. This is for my skinny jeans ladies and those of you who are wanting an extra cardio burst, calorie blast. So your heels are going to come about shoulder width or wider, definitely wider, I think, and then your toes to 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock. Clasp your hands, come down into a really low squat, deeper than you think you can handle, and begin to pulse. So, this is only a 60 to 90 second sprint. This is going to be well worth it. So you can have the extra treat at your holiday dinner coming up this week. Or extra 2 treats. This one definitely warrants 2 treats. All right, so make sure that you're really low in the squat and that your belly is pulled in and up. Those abs are still highly engaged. And because it's a sprint, you definitely want to go lower and get to that fatigue point as quickly as you can. It's always better to have to come out of a move than never really reach your personal edge. Now we're going to change it to a full range squat. All the way down, all the way up. On the way up, push your heels into the floor. Squeeze your glutes together, just like you did at the bar. So it's really a continuation of that last exercise, but now we're going to increase the heart rate with some optional jumps. You do not have to do this if your knees are not healthy or you're just simply not ready for cardio today. Otherwise, come on up, saute, meaning you're going to jump and point your toes in the air and try to stretch that tube a little bit further away from you. So we call these starfish jumps. Let's do 3 more. It's 3 and 2. I'm breathing heavy. Now come back down with me. We're going to finish with 8 strong pulses. I want you to make these the best of the set. Going 8, 7, and 6. Hang in there. It's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you enjoyed that really fun and energetic combination. I'd like to wish you and your family a very happy holiday and New Year, and I hope to see you in 2015 back at the bar.